Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are solving another LeetCode problem, that is 2606, find the substring with maximum cost. So before jumping into the solution, I would highly recommend you should read the problem statement on your own and give at least 15 to 30 minutes to this problem. So let's get right into it. So let's understand very first thing what is given in the problem, or what problem is saying that every character is one index. What it does mean is that A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3, not their ASCII value. We are using one indexed. So A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3. So, and other thing is that you are given a characters string in which you will be given characters, and for that character, let's have a character string. For that character, you have a value, updated value. So for this particular character, you have this particular value, which is not this. So for example, as in this test case, the character given is D, and that value, new value, is 1000 minus 1000. So if we make this mapping, so if previously it was 4, but according to this, it has to be 1000. So what you are asked to do is using this mapping, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and D is minus 10, something like that. In every case this will not be same, that in some cases even B can change. So I'm talking in general that using these types of mapping, you have to find the maximum cost of the string, not string, substring. So what I mean by it is, so if it is a given substring and you are given a characters, in this we are given only D, and vals is equals to minus 1000. So if we make our mapping, A is 1, B is 1, not B is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and D is 1000 minus 1000. So we have to what, return the maximum cost or maximum value of the substring. So for example, we make different types of substring. So let's take A, D, A, or we can take AD, DA, and other thing AA. These are separate. This is separate. Any other substring that we can form? Yeah, we have every substring. For this we have value 1. For this B we have not B, this is D, minus 1000, again 1, 1, and this is how much, minus 99. This is also minus 99. This is 2. So what is the maximum cost, or I would say maximum points, whatever you want to call it, maximum value? So over here 2 is the maximum, so we have to return the 2. We don't have to return this AA, we have to just return the value. I hope you get it what we are doing. We will be given a mapping, and using that mapping we have to find the largest value substring. How we find the value? Using this mapping. So this is what we have to find. So very brute force way would be to make substrings and then calculate one by one. For that, it will be on square, so that will not pass because we have 10 to the power 5. Let me check exactly. Yeah, s length we have 10 to the power 5, you can see. So that will not be accepted. Now let's see what will be accepted. So very first thing, that it is a substring. Substring means continuous. This should be clear in your mind. Continuous, no breaking in between. If it breaks, then we have to form another substring. So use this concept and let's see what we can do with it. So ADA, and also we are using values, so we have to use, no, prefix sum is not required. Prefix sum is not required. Contiguous sum, I would say contiguous sum. We need contiguous sum if we are using substring. What it implies, contiguous sum. Why? Because we need the value, the maximum value we can have using that substring. So what we will do is, as we need maximum value, so what we will do, we will traverse. What we will do is, we will traverse and keep on calculating the contiguous continuous continuous sum, continuous sum, and if that if that let's call it CS is less than 0. What it means, that we shouldn't take this. Why? Let's see. A is having value 1, it is having minus 1000, it's having 1, it's having 1. So when we form this substring, we have 1 positive number. When we form this substring, what we get, minus 99, it's less than 0. So this will never fetch a maximum value. Why? Because in this one indexing, everyone is positive. So in order to get the maximum value, you have to use positives, maximum positives. But if you get this contiguous sum minus 99, if you keep on adding something to it, if you keep extending this, you will always have something negative. Or even if it was something like this, minus 1 plus 1, you get to 0. But it doesn't mean that it will fetch better. If you take this, for example, if it was minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 plus 1, what it gives, 1. So what is the benefit that we should use is, we need substring, and whenever less than 0 kind of thing happen, so what we do, we just neglect it. Why? Because over here, if you have something like this also, if we start from here, always this point will be included, because we have to include, this is substring, and at this point it became less than 0. So it means up till this point, whatever we covered is neglected. That's what we have to do, because this will be included every time we took something from here. So what we do, we just reset the CS over here to 0 and again calculate it. So what we do in this case, over here, when we took A, we have 1. So when we took AD, we have minus 99. So what we do, we just reset it again we have 1. This time when we did increase the segment size or window size, so what we have 2. So this is the maximum that we will return. So if cs less than 0, what we do, we reset the cs is equals to 0. If this condition never occurs, what we do, because as you can see, this is the point of failure, but before this we were going fine. So what we have to do, we have to always calculate what we do. Max value is always calculated. So max value and the contiguous sum, we will be using this. So let me repeat it. We will have a contiguous sum. If it is less than 0, we reset it to again back to 0. And what we do, if this case never happen, so we have to keep on calculating it, the maximum value. So how we get maximum value? Using this cs comma max value. This is how we get this. Basically what we are using, this property of substring. And why we resetting it? Because we have to reset it, because it will just keep on lowering the value. We will get nothing better out of it. As you can see, you will say if value is little smaller, but it did nullify all that over here if we get less than 0. So it is not good. So what we do, whenever something like this happen, we just reset it. What do we reset it to 0, and then we again calculate it. And in order to handle all those cases before this point, we are constantly doing this. I hope this much is clear. Basically it is Kadane algorithm. So let's see the code. This is the map. Why we are using map? Because to make the mapping, because we are not using ASCII values, so we have to have the mapping. So it is character int type. We are taking the value for example, for a we have 1, so we keep on doing it for z. And after that what we do, we just access this string and change the values, change the characters value mapping using these character string and vals string. That's what we are doing over here. Now what we are doing, yeah, you can just remove this also. Start, I was firstly doing it like a sliding window kind of thing, but it didn't submit, so that's why I wrote start. So no need to write start, you can name it as pointer. So what we are doing, we are iterating over the this s given. So we iterate. What we do, we calculate the contiguous sum. So if the contiguous sum is less than 0, what we do, we reset it, I already told, and after that we calculate the maximum value. If this condition never strikes, we keep on calculating the maximum value. And also we are doing this for two things. First one is to, when this cs less than 0 things happen, these were good values, so we have to keep them always calculated. That's why we are doing this. And after that, if we traverse the whole array, we just return it, and that's it. So let's try run it. This is the test case. See, yeah, this is So what we are doing over here, A is 1, D is minus 1000, A is again 1, not minus 1000. I just wrote it like this for my ease, but in mapping it would be something like this. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is minus 1000, and E is 5, something like this. So now this is all done over here. Now we are executing from this. We are traversing it. We are over A. So what we do? We calculate the current sum, or you can say contiguous sum. Over here it is plus 1. It is not less than 0. Result. So as you can see, current sum is 1, and result over here you can see 0. So which one is max? I would say 1. So result is 1. Now when we get to this D, now contiguous sum is minus 99. This strings, this code execute, and what it does, now contiguous sum is now to 0, and again we check 1 comma 0, 1 is greatest. Again we are over here, contiguous sum is 1. This condition does not execute. We are over here 1 comma 1, so I would say 1 is still greater. And when we are over here, when end is over here, what is it? Is 2. This condition doesn't execute. We are over here, so what we check, 2 comma 1, 2 is greater, and also we have iterated over all the characters in this S. So after that we just return the result, and what is the result? 2. This 2, we just return this true, not true, 2. So let's submit it and see if it is running or not. Yeah, it is running. So I hope I was able to make my intuition pretty much clear. If I was, so consider subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and sharing with others. So in the end, you have to do what you have to do. So keep grinding. You guys are awesome. See you in the next one. Bye bye.